Hello everyone, hope you're right. In today's video I'm going to show you some really beautiful flowering plant combinations in containers, big and small containers. So here you can see this beautiful estate planter, and this has been planted by Trentham Gardens. At the entrance it looks really beautiful. You can see there are lots of plants in there and they have chosen the right colors to go in there. Here is another one with canna as a centerpiece, and petunias and verbenas. Now I'm seeing lots of cannas being used in UK, in this Trentham Garden Center, which wasn't the case few years ago. I think they're getting more popular these days and they go really well as a centerpiece. It's just the case that you have to overwinter them so they can bloom for you again. Here is another one at their entrance, planting combination. So there are different containers and they have arranged them really beautifully. I recently visited Trentham Gardens, which is well known for its beautiful plants, and they have their home and garden center where they sell all these plants. So these plants are really good and thriving plants. Here they have got this meadow planted and you can see all kinds of wildflowers in there. Absolutely beautiful. It's like a huge sea of flowers. So I was really inspired by this. If you have got this space, it's a good idea to grow your wildflowers, and they just perform so well, and I can see the bees and butterflies buzzing on them. So here I was walking through Prairie Gardens and I noted this beautiful border where they planted hostas at the edge, and they're really big. You can see how big the leaf is, and they're flowering, and there's an upper layer which is plant. It's not blooming yet, so I'm not really sure what is it, but you can see this huge leaf. It is ginormous, and one bird, I thought it could be sunflowers, but I'm not really sure what is it. But I think when they start blooming it will look amazing. On the other side here you can see astilbes as a centerpiece. So there is a big clump of astilbes there which are blooming really beautifully, and the grasses all around them. So it's really nice layering combination. You can see the grasses, they have their own attraction, and there are rhynchiums on the other side which are not blooming yet. So June is kind of weird time when spring flowers are mostly done and summer flowers are just coming into bloom. So you can imagine just in a couple of weeks it will be really beautiful. This is another plant which I'm not really sure about what is it, but it was blooming and it is really beautiful. Here I noted beautiful sedum plants which are just budding off and soon they will be flowering, and there are different kinds of sedums available in market. This is with purple foliage and absolutely beautiful and stunning. Even when they are not in bloom, they are still so beautiful. And there are lots of other plants which are just budding up. Here are salvias, absolutely loaded with bees and bumblebees. They are all over them, and salvias are really beautiful and amazing plants. You should have one of these in your garden. I have got few of these in my garden too. And here you can see yarrow and some grasses in between them. This bush I noted and I wasn't really sure about it, what is it, but I was attracted to the beautiful bright green foliage with purple blooms showing in between. I thought it's a bucus plant with some other perennial flowering plant going through it, but I'm not quite sure. So it's really beautiful. Here I noted another plant which was blooming really beautifully. You can see these small star-shaped flowers and they are absolutely beautiful. They are sky blue and bees loving them as well. Here are more astilbes with geraniums planted underneath them. So both of them are in bloom and it's a really beautiful combination with white astilbes and pink geraniums, and you can see the hostas as well, they are in bloom. Hostas are really stealing the show at the moment with their bright, big, beautiful leaves. This again is the same plant which I thought earlier is a focus, and there is some perennial flowering plant is going through it, but I think this is just the plant with purple flowering spikes on it. It looks like lupins, but the leaves are much shorter than to be lupins. Then I noted the same kind of purple flowering spikes on these plants, which have serrated foliage. So it's kind of amazing what plants are these. They have the same kind of flowering spikes, and here you can see the sedum, they are in bloom. Here they have got this beautiful flowering tunnel where they have got wisteria and climbing roses on it. Wisterias are done and climbing roses are just coming into bloom. It's quite light is not good to show how beautiful it actually looks, but it is just amazing to walk through it and to feel the fragrance of these beautiful climbing roses. They are absolutely marvelous. On the other side, they have got this David Austin border where they have got these David Austin roses. I don't actually know the names of all these roses, but they are just so beautiful and fragrant. So I wanted to show you how beautiful they look. Most of them are just covered in blooms, and some of them are done. You can see the orangiums and foxgloves planted through them, and some other perennial plants which I think they just come up on their own. These roses are absolutely beautiful and stunning. Here is a wild rose, and these are single roses, and you can see the alliums that are done, and I can't just describe how beautiful they look. And I think the camera does not do the justice with the beauty of these roses. They are just so beautiful and stunning and absolutely fragrant. So I can feel the fragrance in the air when I'm walking past by them. These bright pink ones were my favorite. I just loved them and they were so beautiful. Tell me which one you like the most in the comments. Here is the formal garden with white flowering plants and grayish foliage. So this is kind of moon garden. They use it for weddings, so it is really beautiful. You can see the RSUs in the middle, basically the fountain in the middle, and then RSUs, and then low hedges of bucus plants, some grasses, and some silver foliage plants, and the white roses. Absolutely beautiful and stunning. Here I spotted some delphinium plants in bloom and they are looking so beautiful. Peonies are nearly done, and this one is indigo blue delphinium, and I have got this one in my garden which is looking so beautiful. And all these daisies are blooming so beautifully and filling up the border with their white blooms, and you can spot some orange roses in there. And this is the vegetable garden area. You can see all these poppies in bloom in the raised bed, and beyond you can see the greenhouse as well. Here is elderberry bush loaded with flowers, looking absolutely beautiful. I'm really loving it, and I do want to get one for my garden. So I hope you enjoyed watching this short tour of Trentham Gardens featuring what's in bloom and some container planting ideas. Please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel. Press the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my garden videos. Thank you very much for watching today. See you next time. Bye.